Hi, frugal friends. Welcome to your daily dose of frugality. Here on the channel is Fire for Me. My name's Kim, and together we are reading 365 Ways to Live Cheap by Trent Ham. We are in the Cheap Tactics for Love and Marriage section of this book. And let's do a quick recap of everywhere we've been so far. Don't spend to impress. Give gifts of sincerity. Plan a romantic, free date. Take walks together, write love notes, be attentive, find areas of mutual interest that don't involve spending money, build a financially equal relationship from the start, get on the same page financially, plan a wedding centered around loved ones, not stuff, plan a romantic honeymoon, not an expensive one, don't get married if you're still having doubts, give your marriage the care and feeding it needs, realize money doesn't heal a marital problem, be completely honest with your partner about money issues, have regular talks about your financial situation, encourage your partner's frugality, show your love frequently instead of something big once in a while. And today's tip is make sure that you're both on the same page when it comes to children. A final tip about relationships. Address the question of whether to have children openly and deeply, and only commit to having children if you're both ready and committed to it. Children can be incredibly expensive and also incredibly demanding of your time, but the emotional and personal rewards of parenthood are many. Even knowing this, it's not a trade-off that some people want to make, and others may hide their reluctance in an effort to please their spouse. A child born into a situation where both parents aren't committed to that child can create an uncomfortable situation for everyone, one that might lead to separation and divorce. Not only would this be financially and emotionally devastating to you, but it's also wholly unfair to the child who wasn't involved with the choice at all. Carefully consider the child question, be open about it, and listen to what your partner has to say. It's perhaps the biggest decision you'll have to make. Only make the leap when you're both on the same page. Again, I feel like this little book tackles a lot of really big topics that probably have entire books and other resources written about them. So I think there's probably a lot of other research that we could do to make sure we were well equipped with the realities of having children, how much it costs, etc. But I do think it's a good idea that for big financial life decisions, you are both on the same page. I think children is one example of this. Frequency and duration of travel could be another one. How household responsibilities are divided up is really important. I think all of those things have big financial ramifications, and so I think making sure that you and the person that you're with are talking about those topics and seem to have come to some sort of agreement about them, I do think that's pretty important. I know that for Jesse and I, we don't have children. When we both got married, we were quite a bit different than we are now, and at the time we talked about it, and maybe we were going to have them and maybe we weren't. And I do think that I'm probably more of the driver of not having children than Jesse is, but I don't think, at least he hasn't fully expressed to me, that he's really unhappy with that decision. I do think that we have a lot more financial freedom. We have a lot more freedom with our time because we don't have children. But I also know that we don't have a lot of the same experiences that other people do who do have children. And so there is a little bit of a trade-off, so to speak. And I think it's just important that as a couple, you talk about that and you make sure that you're both on the same page. So that's a wrap of this section. When we come back tomorrow, we're going to be in a whole different section talking about something new and exciting. I haven't picked which section I want to dive into yet, but I will see you back here tomorrow for another daily dose of frugality. Thanks for tuning in.